Alright, everyone, welcome back to Jojo 101. We're talking about everything and anything in the JoJo's universe. Today, we are going full full with this episode because we are talking about Melone of La Squadra. We're finally going into part 5 in the series. But as per usual, before we get into it, please like, comment, and subscribe. And if you do all those things, the members of La Squadra will come to your house and treat you to a nice dessert, rice, ham, fish, cheese, melons, ice cream, whatever you want, it will be there. So, if you want to have fun with your favorite assassination team, you better go ahead and do what I said. So, let's talk about Melone. Like I said, Melone is a member of La Squadra, which is, in Italian, I'm pretty sure it translates to either just team. No, it translates to either assassination team or it translates to execution team. It's one of those. I don't remember what it is exactly. But Melone is one of the many antagonists that Team Bucerati faces on the path to taking down Diavolo. And in a world of like big buff men, Melone is actually kind of average height and skinny. And I actually really like his design. I think his clothes are fire, and I also really like his hair. But then again, I'm just a big fan of long-haired characters, I guess. So, I guess a little background on Melone. Like I said, like the third time again, I apologize. He is a member of La Squadra, and around this time, La Squadra was kind of freaking out because some of their members were killed, and now Melone is having to go in. At this point, like, Pesci was defeated. Oh man, I'm so bad at pronouncing these names. Pesci's teammate, I know he's the more important one, but I don't know how to say his name. Formaggio and Alucio are also dead at this point. And it's finally Melone's turn to step up, and it's here. We first are introduced to him in that, like, manga and anime, where he's intruding on this woman on a train, and he's seeming very weird. There's even like a scene where she slaps him and he like spits up a little bit of blood and he like licks it off her hand, which is very weird behavior. And like it's like a whole scene. She's like freaking out. He like pokes her with a needle and like gets her DNA, and he like puts it into this laptop. And it's here we're introduced to his stand, and his stand is called Babyface. Now, Babyface is a really interesting stand. I actually do kind of like it. So, there's not really another stand like Babyface. It starts off as a computer, and with DNA, it turns into like a child. It basically even gains sentience and is capable of development. And even Melone kind of like plays into it. He does like call it like junior and stuff, and it even has like phases. It has like a baby phase, and it like grows up into a kid, and then it eventually becomes a teenager where he gets all like angsty and rebellious. But that's not all Babyface can do. Babyface can manipulate matter into cubes. That is just so cool. Like, I get why people don't like this stand. A lot of people don't like this stand because they don't like the user. I think the main reason people don't like Melone is because, I will admit, in his introduction, he was giving off like very, very weird vibes. But it doesn't really bother me that much. I mean, I can overlook it because, like I said, I like his stand, I like his design. He's pretty cool. He's probably, other than Risotto, he's probably one of my favorite members of La Squadra. He's definitely up there. I think he is like definitely top 3 in my opinion. And but back to Babyface, another ability Babyface has is that he can physically like grow and like age himself. And I think potentially he could have hit like fully aged adult, but I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, he was stated to be like a teenager, which was like the whole thing with him. and he is also completely, he's like super long range, like autonomous, like Killer Queen's sheer heart attack. And but there is a downside to Babyface, as Melone doesn't really like have a sense of awareness to his current condition and status at all time. And another thing, Babyface, since he is completely sentient, he is also free spirited and can do whatever he wants, and that does also mean disobeying Melone's orders. And he's also considered strong-willed. So after getting Babyface, Melone decides to attack Team Bucerati with Babyface, and it's like a battle that bounces in and out of Coco Jumbo's Mr. President room, and it's mainly just Babyface versus Giorno, and Giorno's the Jojo, he's not going to lose, of course, and it's actually a pretty good fight, I would say. But eventually Babyface does lose because, like, in the middle of the fight, he decides to stop listening to Melone. And after Melone finds out that his stand was defeated, he decides to retreat and call a teammate, Ghiaccio, about the wreckage and about the loss of Babyface. But before he could, like, get too far into the conversation, Giorno sends a venomous snake, and it basically bites off his tongue, and it kills him. And very, very unfortunate for Melone that he had to die such a mid-death. But this isn't the last time we see Melone, as he appears in some spin-offs. The main two spin-offs he appears in is the George Joestar novel, which is actually really surprising, as he doesn't like play like a giant role, but he does appear with the rest of La Squadra alongside, like, his teammates. And basically, I don't know anything about the George Joestar novel, but I know he's drawn alongside them and he does like some evil things. But maybe one day I'll get around to reading the George Joestar novel. It seems really interesting. But a big one that Melone appears in is a short story novel written by Balid Kitaguni. I don't know if I said that right, I probably didn't. But this is a novel author that helped write the Death Spoke Kishi based short stories, and he also helped, or I think he writ the Jujutsu Kaisen light novels as well. But this short story, Melone is the protagonist, and the story is called The Parent's Heart, the Child Unaware. And basically, it is about Melone and Babyface taking down a movie director, and Ghiaccio appears in it as an ally. And basically, it's like a whole, like, the story, TLDR, basically, Melone and Babyface go to take down this movie director, and Babyface is like just being like super rebellious, like being like a teenager, and I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be like a love, like, acceptance thing, but I'm not doing that, in case you want like more Melone or Ghiaccio, they appear in it, so it's pretty cool. I didn't know about that until doing the research for this, like, episode. So with that, I think that is going to wrap this episode up of JoJo 101. Comment down below what you guys think about Melone, or just general, like, episodes on what you would like to see on JoJo 101. Like, I could keep doing, like, random ones, how I've been doing. I don't really have, like, a priority list of characters I do. I do know I have some characters on the backlog to make episodes on that people have requested. Like, for example, I got a comment of someone wanting Josuke from Part 8 and Aka Howler from Part 9. It's just, that is like, I don't really know anything about them, as I'm not that far into Part 8 and I haven't even started Part 9. But if you're the two that commented, Aka Howler and Josuke 8, they will come eventually, I promise you. But until I finish Part 8 and get, like, caught up to Part 9, they might not be coming anytime soon. So if you would like to see any JoJo 101 episode, about any JoJo thing that I haven't already covered, please comment down below. And liking this video would help. It would go a long way. And with that, thank you for your time. See you on the next one.